Hello, thank you for choosing Starbucks. What can I get?
Hi there. I would like 3 shots of espresso.
3 shots of espresso over ice?
Over ice, and one of your protein drinks, the vanilla one with no sugar.
For the triple espresso over ice, what size is it going to be?
Go ahead and make it a venti, because I'm gonna put that protein shake in there.
So it was in, what size is the sugar-free protein? I'm sorry?
You have them there where you have the cold options next to the register. You have like 2 of them.
So you want the Koya protein shakes? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, not that one though. You have another one. It's blue and white.
You said the blue one is fine?
Yeah, it's vanilla, right? With no sugar?
Let me check. It has 3 grams of sugar, that blue one.
That's fine.
And you want 2 of them, right?
No, just one.
1? Okay, anything else?
Yes. Do you have a protein box?
The protein boxes, I will need to check in the back real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I have a cheese and fruit one only. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Yes, ma'am. Anything else for you?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, well, that's order for you out the window. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, how's everybody doing? Will you all have a snack with me? I'm gonna take a little break. Hi there. Hello, Mr. Aguilera, Victoria, Monique, Debbie, Vanessa, Linda, and Miss Audrey. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, thank you for choosing Starbucks. What can I get
So, let me park real quick. Hopefully I can deactivate soon. Right? I can never get a break. Always have to come back to this. Hello. This is Vanessa Tijerina coming at you live. Did your car stop? My goodness. Let me put this. My name. I want to say. Okay. It's a protein. I really didn't want this. I didn't want this one. I think they said that they had this one. I was like, there's another one. There's another one that's blue and white. This only has 20 grams, and I wanted the one that has 30. But it's okay. This is what I get now instead of getting a latte. I just get this. Thank you. Thank you. I'll do all of that right now. Hold on. I'm just letting you. This is one of the first videos that you're watching of mine. Welcome. If you've been here before and you haven't caused problems, welcome back. This is a survival page. My name is Vanessa Tejerina, and I'm just a regular person, and I live in the Rio Grande Valley, which is the southernmost tip of Texas. I'm gonna have a snack here, so if you're one of those people that don't like people eating while they're making live videos, I don't care, because I'm not here for anybody's entertainment. Even if they want to call me their entertainment, it doesn't matter. This is my life. This is a survival page. So I had to survive a lot of brutality at the hands of people. So I have to start with that, because that's really what this video is about, because I'm going to give y'all an update to what happened just the other day that made me come out of deactivation, right? So I went to, let me park somewhere else. It all started back 12 years ago, and really all I did was stand up for my 4 kids. I believed them. And I did the very absolute most that a parent can do. Period. That's what I did. And every legal, lawful, ethical way possible. I wielded democracy. Now, some of you that live outside of the Rio Grande Valley, or in the rest of Texas, or outside of Texas, understand, like, what's the big deal? Right? What's the big deal? Why would they, what? It's a small town in the Rio Grande Valley. So if you look at the map of Texas, it is the bottom tip of Texas. It is Starr County, Hidalgo County, Cameron County, and Willacy County. Right? And so this is one of the poorest, if not the poorest, areas of the nation. As far as social media goes, there's hardly any influencers. Right? A lot of people here, because of those circumstances, are desperate for attention. No joke. They're desperate for attention. I was desperate for attention. But this is a survival page. I was like, oh, you're going to come after me? You're going to come after me because I live in a small town and I'm a woman, right? And so they attempted, the people that were doing harm to my children, their parents, their grandparents, their families, the officials that were in charge at every level of government, the school district, the municipal court, the district court, the justice of the peace. No joke, I'm not kidding. I've gotten a justice of the peace sanctioned. It's the truth, and that's one of the hardest things to do in Texas. But that's how badly they behaved with me. No, they came after me completely. And I guess they came after me in the very beginning because people were listening to me. And I guess the best way to try to discredit me is to put mugshots out there on me. And that's what they did. They arrested me 12 times. I've never been convicted. So in the meantime, these people from the public thought that it was okay to just do whatever they wanted to me, right? Follow me, gang stalk me. I am neurodivergent. They hate that I'm autistic. They do. They hate that I have ADHD and that I am autistic. Only their kids can be autistic. Only their loved ones can be autistic. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That's the area of the nation where I come from. I come from an area of the nation where there's a huge population of people that will judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree and be like, what the fuck is wrong with that fish? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with your comprehension, right? There's nothing wrong with the fact that you cannot recognize that that is an attribute, something that is achieved, that is not achieved by a fish. You know, there's nothing wrong with you, right? It's the fish, right? That's where I come from. That's where I come from. And what really bothered them, both the people that were in power, they did really bad things. They did really bad things. They covered up atrocious acts by police. They planted evidence in my car. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. One little officer was driving around with paraphernalia for, I don't know, God knows how long. God knows how long. He was driving around with that paraphernalia. And that was why they wanted to get into my car so bad, right? And so everything that they did to me was something that people that just hated me from the public, who I did not know, right? It was all something that people used. And here recently, another hater from my hometown tried to use all of that. Like, first of all, it's secondhand coming from you, right? Second of all, it's you. And third of all, if I don't care that the person that you're trying to flex on me with does it, then why would I care if you do it? Why? Right? And so I've been trying to take a break, and I've had some really vicious haters, right? For like the last 2 or 3 years, I couldn't take a break because of this woman named Ofelia Moreno, and it's the damn truth. She was out there trying to change people's views on me. She was literally trying to taint the jury pool against me and monger hate against me. And she had some weird obsession with me, and was in some weird competition with me. And it's like, ma'am, no. Things that cannot compare cannot compete. No. So for a long time, I could not take a break from social media, right? It's real hard for me. I used to live a very soft life. I did. Until this happened with my kids. I had a wonderful life. I worked really, really hard. But it didn't matter, because every day was paradise when I got home. That was my sanctuary. They even hated that here recently I took the first vacation in my entire 48 years. I've been a nurse since 1998. 1998. I have worked my ass off. I have worked so hard that I gained all of my Social Security credits before the age of 30. When I was about 27, 28. That's how hard I work. Right? And they had a problem with the fact that I took a vacation. So as all of this was happening, like I said, it's a really, they're jealous, and they are. All you have to do is look at, there's not one dignified person who has ever spoken against me. Not one. Not one. Not one dignified human. Not the one from just recently, the other day, which is what this video is about. None of them. None of them. They're all, by hearing them, by seeing them, by listening to them, by seeing what their motives are, you know exactly what type of human they are, and they're anything but dignified. Right? Also, I had to survive all this all by myself. There is no blueprint for this. Yeah. It was too messy for people to help out. It's like, So they just stood by the sidelines, and they just, like that day One of the most humiliating things, oh, and I've had to survive all of that humiliation. All of it. Because every arrest is a humiliation, right? I mean, I knew that I had faith that I'm going to be clear of everything, right? But in the interim, you're going to have these people that are exactly the way that I described right now, right? I know better because I'm playing the long game. And if I'm anything, if people who are autistic are anything, they are relentless. They are relentless. We do not give up. We do not give up. Especially when we know that the outcome is going to be proving everybody that did anything wrong to you wrong. Yeah. So it's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine with people calling me whatever name because nothing like that bothers me. I'm fine with people, you know, sobriety shaming me, mom shaming me, doing whatever, right? You know, I still have haters that still say, remember when the cops got in your car? But it's like, did you not forget they planted evidence in my car? They planted evidence in my car. If I didn't care that day what the whole world was judging me about, what makes you think I'm going to care all these years later? I'm not. That's one of the biggest things that I overcame. And it was humiliation. My entire town showed up. And half the people hated me because they're just like that. And the other half just watched it happen. Yep. Yeah, I had to survive that. I had to survive them saying, you know, well, they caught you with this and this and this and that. The officers had to plant evidence in my car to even get arrested on me. I'm like, what are y'all going to do whenever I play that? And when I play the officer, literally, there's been no officer in America. I don't ever think there's been an officer in America that has ever been recorded saying, we're going to arrest her on something, right? Because I don't want to look stupid because, like, the whole town is here, so we got to arrest her on something because I don't want to look stupid. It's like, don't worry about it, buddy. You're going to look stupid. In a few years, you're going to look absolutely stupid. And it hasn't even gotten there yet. But you will. Because you're one of those 2 officers who got caught red-handed. Right? So, here, recently, I thought that I could go ahead and take a hiatus. And I told people this is a survival page. And as much as I want to go back to living my soft life, you know, these people are vicious. I'll always believe that the people who went to prison for beating up my face, because they tortured my face for 3 hours, right? And that's another thing. Nobody wants to believe that I'm autistic because they're going to all look like fucking assholes and scum of the earth for doing what they did to me because I'm autistic. They don't want to look like that. So they want to deny it. Because I guess apparently they don't understand that our mascot is a puzzle for a reason. There is no face of autism. We're all different. So, along the way, I've had people think that they can just do, especially for my hometown, I'll always believe that the people who were in the room that beat my face up were not the ones that were behind my crime, right? The district attorney that was prosecuting me refused to get the absolute 100% necessary information that any other reasonable district attorney would have gotten in my case. But because I'm a victim, I didn't get the necessary level of justice, and in my opinion, the public is put in danger because the people that finesse those young adults to do it are still loose. They're amongst the public. And no one's going to convince me otherwise. In fact, I know that one day that's going to be proven. I know it. It will be. It's going to be. So, I take a break, right? And I'm trying to go about my life, right? I'm still surviving. They separated me from my daughters. I'm still surviving. People want to sobriety shame me, but never in my life have I ever had a positive drug test. Not once. But no one ever wants to say that, all right? 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 And especially in my hometown, this was probably one of the worst places, but one of the best things that could have happened to me. But it was hard. It's been hard to be neurodivergent, living in the Rio fucking Grande Valley. Are you kidding me? I live amongst people in a community that think that I'm the problem and I should move. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And I'm like, why the fuck should I have to move? Why? I'm not the one that's choosing violence. I'm not the one that's being a menace, thinking that they can harass a woman that has already survived stronger people, smarter people, more powerful people than even you. Why the fuck would she move? Especially when her cases are so close to being cleared. Why? Why the fuck can't she do whatever she wants to fucking do? Because she's an American just like you. Who are you? You would think that these people were the upper crust of my community, the highest level of pedigree. And they're the complete opposite of that. These are the kind of people that in Spanish we would call burlistas. They'll laugh at you for everything. They will. They'll laugh at you for everything, and then they think that, oh, you know, they'll even be like, well, I'm going to go and make a false police report on you because other people did it and what. So here recently I went to the dollar store in my town, and I didn't have a pleasant experience. I didn't like it. I just didn't like how some people were acting as if they could treat people like that. Right. So I have an update for that. And so I was deactivated. But this is a survival page. I'm going to reactivate every time I need to survive. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care about what tough families you come from. I mean, if y'all want to catch a case, then catch a case. And if I don't, you know, survive whatever it is you do to me, then, I mean, that's in God's plan. And if I do, I do. That's not going to stop me. Not at all. I'm not going to go and live in fear and stuff like that. But I do have to learn from all the lessons that have been forced upon me. Right? So this one time I had one arrest was a pair of sunglasses, right? It's been such a long time. But, you know, whatever. I know that the people in power that continue to do this to me are going to be dealt with. In fact, they're probably being dealt with and they don't even know it. Right? Either way, I'm okay. So something happened there at the Dollar Tree, and for some reason, here in Raymondville, Willacy County, people think that they can just, like, even though it's a franchise, they think that just because their relative works there, that a customer cannot have an issue. And if so, well, we'll see next time I see you. We'll see. We'll see. What can I do? All I can do is make a police report. That's it. If you come up to me, you come up to me. What can I do? Survival mode kicks in. You could be fair about it, or you can do something cowardly. Right? Either way, I'm either going to survive it or not. And so, instead of the problem staying, they were acting like if this was their, like if they owned the Dollar Tree. I'm not even kidding. Well, I'm going to take care of this because I'm a badass that will run her fucking mouth. And yeah, I'm the kind that, yeah, if I see you, it's on sight. It's on, right? And then they try to rock back on those things and say, well, I didn't, you know, I didn't really like, no, yeah, you did do that. And I was in that live video and I let that person shame me and shame me and shame me and shame me. And look at what, it's been what, a day or two later? Do I look affected? No. Absolutely not. No. So, during the course of what happened there at the Dollar Tree, right? I asked for the district manager's name, which they refused to give me. Right? I knew that the way that things had, you know, happened, you know, I was even told, well, we have our rules, and it's like, that's not a rule. That's not how things work. That's not common sense. And sure enough, that's what happened. So, just so that y'all know, in Raymondville, the district manager that is the district manager in Raymondville is not the same district manager. He's a district manager for the district manager of the Dollar Tree in Raymondville is the district manager for all of the stores in all of the Dollar Trees in Harlingen, in La Feria and Mercedes. Okay. The other district manager to the east of him is in charge of the Brownsville stores and all the other stores like that. Rio Hondo, Arroyo City, all that shit, right? So if you didn't know that, now you know that, right? And so I learned some things too, right? So I had my receipt and I told them what had happened, right? And I said, basically, I want to know when it's safe for me to go back. And I told him my history. Yes, because one time, one arrest, they tried to say that I stole a pair of sunglasses, right? And that's the fastest warrant I think anybody had ever gotten on themselves in the whole entire history of Raymondville, Wissahickon County. I'm not even kidding. I'm being serious. Yeah, we still have not gone to court for that. With every arrest, I have insisted on a jury trial. Every single one. Every single one. So, I reach out to the district manager because I have already learned, right? Where they said that I stole sunglasses from, I'm still welcome there. You would get a trespass if you stole sunglasses from someplace and the owner of the establishment believed it. You would be trespassed. That never happened to me. I can go right now if I want to. And I told him, I need to know if it's going to be safe if I go in there. I'm going to need to know if it's going to be safe, or do I have to worry about if I have a complaint that family members of employees are going to try to take things into their own hands, because that's where I live, right? That's where I live. And I told him I've been taken hostage before because of hateful people like that. They just wanted me not to do videos anymore, because that's one of the things that they said when they tortured my face. Look into the camera and promise that you're not going to do any more videos. Right? Well, I did not know that while I was on the phone with him yesterday, Did you know that the district managers are able to remotely, not just remotely in real time, look, you know, the Dollar Tree has lots of cameras. They're able to, from a remote location, not just in that moment, look to see what's happening in the store. He told me to give him the exact time on the receipt. And he was like, were you wearing red scrubs? And I said, yes. And I said, sir, before you watch that, let me tell you what happened. And right now when you watch it, he said, let me watch it while you're telling me. And I said, okay. I said, I can tell you right now that you're going to see exactly what I'm telling you. Exactly what I'm telling you. And he did. He saw. He told me, oh no, you should have never been made to go to the back of the line. I knew that. I absolutely knew that. I knew that. Oh no, you should have never been told that you can't give the name of the manager. Oh no, you should have never been told that you could not be given my name. I don't care who's getting mad right now. Right? Because that's the danger that you have to deal with, right? Especially in places like Williston County. And I told him, I said, this is a small community that when somebody has a problem and they don't like that a customer had a reasonable concern, complaint, or whatever, they will do everything, even try to weaponize law enforcement against you. She threatened my so-and-so. And I said, sir, I need to know, is it safe for me to go back there? Right? Am I going to get a trespass? He said, no, you can go right now. No. No. It's not a private place of business. He said, we, the district managers, would have to okay that trespass. And everything that happened to you should not have happened to you. I said, I know that, sir. I said, I know that. But even if you get new employees or whatever in the future, it may not be me. It may be somebody else. It may be an ex-girlfriend of somebody, or a new girlfriend of somebody is there working, and then God forbid that, you know, some, you know, ex of the person that she's with comes in, and then they have a problem, and that's how they think down here. That's how they think down here. And they try to justify it by saying, you know, well, you threatened this and you threatened that. And it's like, you know what? Just arrest all of us. Because Raymondville, I hope they're not doing this anymore, but they used to have a really bad habit of not wanting to take sides. Even though there's a clear aggressor, I'm not kidding. Even though there's a clear harasser, a clear aggressor, they will tell the other person that didn't do anything that like is being done to them, well, there's a chance that you may get arrested. Well, that's not going to work on me, because it's like, go ahead and arrest me. That's fine. You've arrested me 12 times. Like, arrest me. Like, arrest me. Like, in this situation, I do not mind getting arrested. I do not mind getting arrested. Arrest me, arrest that person that came over here and tried and harassed me and threatened me, and arrest the other one too. I don't care. I'm fine. I'm okay. I will be just fine. So I've learned that your case is stronger whenever somebody tries to do something like this. And for instance, the owner at the private establishment where they said that I stole sunglasses from, if the owner from the private establishment is not trespassing me, what did I steal? If the district manager, right, at the Dollar Tree is not trespassing me, who did I threaten? Because if I threaten somebody, then I should be trespassed. Right? So I call this morning, right? And I tell them, well, if he goes by, or if he answers, I don't know who the manager is there. I don't. And if their family gets mad, I really don't care. I really don't care. I was deactivated. I'm trying to just live my life because I'm gonna survive all this shit. I don't care who doesn't like me. I don't care who can't stand me. I'm a human fucking being, and I have the right to live my fucking life. Period. You know? I'm not gonna fucking move from my town just because some fucking people are there being like, oh, yes, Abed, the next time I see you. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm either gonna survive it or not. And I guess the same goes for each party involved. But I'm not gonna be the aggressor. Right? So, I called this morning and I told them, can you please, and she was so damn rude. And she hung up the phone on me. I did that on purpose because I wanted to timestamp it. And so I called the district manager back and I wanted to tell him. I finally got the manager on the phone and this is what she did. And because I was calling private number, she said that she could not, she said, well, you have to tell me who you are. And he was like, that's not policy. I said, I know that's not policy, so that's why I'm telling you. I said, and this was the time that I called. And so if you can see on the cameras, then you will see exactly what I'm telling you right now. So if the manager is acting that way, then now we know why everybody else below the manager thinks that they can do whatever the fuck they want to people. As if it's their private business. Now let me tell you something. If somebody loses their job, those are the type of people that would blame me. Oh no, it can't possibly be the fact that your person royally fucked up. It cannot be that, right? It cannot be that, right? And you're so emotionally unintelligent that you need to make yourself feel better by putting hands on another human being, or by shaming them, or by joining the hate, right? And that would probably work on most people, but it's fucking me. It's me. I've been dealing with some of the ones that are doing this to me now since elementary school. There's no fucking difference. It's still you, and it's still me. I'm just making this video for all the people that were wondering, right? I followed through. And he was like, I appreciate it very much, ma'am, because you know what? That no one's ever... I said, that's what they were counting on, Sarah. They were counting on the fact that I was not going to be able to reach you. Because it's Vanessa Tijerina. It's Vanessa Tijerina. And if I'm a hateful person, you know, right? Even if I'm a manager at the Dollar Tree. If I'm a hateful person, then I'm just going to treat Vanessa Tijerina the way that I fucking want to treat her. Because, well, other people hate her. Yeah. And she's also going to defend herself against you. The way she always does. Right? Always. What are you going to do? So is everything that I said here a threat? Right? So it's a threat whenever I'm like, I'm not really happy with my customer experience here. I don't like the fact that you hung up on me. I don't like the fact that you refused to tell me who the manager was. Who the district manager was. I don't like the fact that you didn't want to give me any information, right? And lo and behold, just a few minutes later, they get a call from the DM. So when I called the DM back to tell him, he was like, ma'am, I already spoke to them. So if you're watching this and you're that woman that hung up on me today, I know you're not one of the other two young ladies, right? Why did you doubt me? Why did you think that you could do that to anybody? Anybody. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, you don't own that store. It's a franchise. People in Rainville are lucky to have jobs. Why would you do that? Oh, I get it. It's because it's me, right? And so because you see the police officers, you know, have done certain things to me, right? You know, and you all do not understand that one day those motherfuckers will probably be in handcuffs. Just the way they did to me. But the thing is that your mind is in such a way that it won't allow you to see that. Because you yourself hate me. You don't hate somebody. You don't deny hating somebody, but actually treat them and your behaviors towards them is absolutely no professionalism. No fear of consequence. None at all. Right? And you know, the other day when I went live to talk about this, I wasn't even going to say where it happened, what city it happened in, or anything. But that hateful person had to come over here and reveal everything. And then another relative is there posting about it. And I'm like, I never even said any names. If anybody brought attention to this and who was actually involved, it was you two. Look, I'm gonna be living in Raymondville for as long as I fucking need to. I may leave for a little bit, 1 year, and I may come back. In other words, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. And that means that if I choose to keep giving Raymondville my hard-earned money, right? I don't give a fuck who's related to who. I don't. If it's your private business and you're going to treat me like shit, then I'm not going to give you my business anymore. But if you're working for a company that's a franchise, I'm going to give my concerns. Yeah. I don't care who's related to them. We've come a long way, right? Can we slam on the hearts? We have a couple of haters here. Oh, they think they're doing something. Let me go laugh at her post. Right? We know that that's not for me because you know I don't give a fuck, right? We know that that's more for you and your ego. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Here she is again. Officers, mira esas mamadas. Right there. Right there. Pura pinche burlista. Pues qué pedo es esto? Why don't you show people who you really are? So that they can be like, pues qué pedo es esto con ella? Why does she think that she is such a better pedigree of human that she can put down somebody? I'm not even having a fucking conversation with you because I told you all contact from you is unwanted. This is just more evidence. What do? Do you like pay the cops or something? What's going on there? Did they cover something up for you or what? Usually that's the first thing that I think. When somebody is like thinking that they can do whatever or that they can go to the police, I'm like, It always crosses my mind and it always makes me think, do you pay them so that they won't, you know, do something that maybe they're supposed to do? You know what I mean? I'm going to show this to the district manager. As I told him, I said, I got so much hate. I'm being serious. I got hate from fucking relatives. For something that now we know I was all right about. And this one is so fucking embarrassed, and her ego is so fucking bruised, that she's gonna be a fucking lifetime hater, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Join the fucking rest of them. Yeah. No contact is no contact. But that's interesting that you have no fear of consequence. But I guess you don't have anything to worry about if you don't have anything to hide, right? Nobody's listening to you. Yeah, I know you're making comments. None of it matters. All it is evidence. Y'all, if you have a survival page, whenever you go live, make sure do not count screen record as you're making a live video. That's going to be the best way just to do things. I am so unbothered that I'm not even going to block you. Also, if I block you, I can't prove harassment, so. And look at that. She says, you know you like this. Abso-fucking-lutely I like this. Abso-fucking-lutely. Shit, I've been dealing with you motherfucking haters, you too, for a while. Because apparently you were just a fucking fair weather friend. For real. I fucking absolutely love it. Anybody who has a survival page and has as much attention as they can possibly get without spending money to get it done, absolutely fucking loves this shit. Absolutely. I want as many people fucking with eyes on this shit. Look at that person's name. Why don't you write your maiden name? I mean, since you're searching going on. Because that's why I didn't recognize you. Because you were using a profile that's not your name. Why don't you do that? This, you see, this is the person that came over here to be like, when we see ya sabes, yeah, this and that, right? And there's just, you should close your mouth when you chew. You should mind your own fucking business. How about that? I don't think you want people giving you tips on your life. Right? Because it's not like you're some elegant, sophisticated lady trying to judge other people. You wish I was a hater. Bitch, you're a hater. You're a hater. You're a fucking hater. You were calling me a crackhead when I could easily mention your contribution to that industry. You're a fucking hater. You were talking on behalf of my sons when my sons don't even fucking know you. They're not even, their social circles are not even close to your shit. You're a fucking hater. You're a hater and your ego is bruised because I'm not bowing down to you. You're a hater because not one thing that you can form, not one sentence, not one phrase, not a motherfucking thing that you can say is going to get you the outcome you want with me. The only thing that will get you the outcome you want with me is putting hands on me. And you know it. Because she's like that. She's like that. There you go. Telling an autistic person you're a crackhead without any kind of proof. But that's not harassment, right? Right? Why don't you talk about your contribution to that industry? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, since you want to talk about those things. Right? What's worse? People that use substances or people that supply people with substances? What's worse? What's worse? What's worse? What's worse? You shaming me for being a victim whenever your messages from your other profiles show me everything you admitted to being a victim of? What makes you any better? You were saying I was acting brand new. Look at you acting brand new simply because you got another profile. I don't care anything about a fucking video. If the board of nursing doesn't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. I don't. You can shove that video up your fucking ass. I'm being serious. And what the fuck about it? That shit can be around for the rest of my fucking life, and guess what? Guess what? I'm the kind of human. You're just mad because if it happened to you, you would never be able to survive that. You don't have the charisma. You don't have what it is. You don't have that. Even though you're putting down somebody that has the ability to survive any kind of fucking humiliation. Any kind. And I've proven it. You're mad because you can never do that. You can't. You're just the kind of person who just laughs. And what do you mean? Did you test any substances? Did you do a field test on any kind of substances? No. So how the fuck can you do that? Whenever you get arrested for harassment and making these harassment, what are you going to tell the jury? What are you going to tell the judge? Because they're going to ask you, how did you know? Was it real? And also, was this important for the public to know? No. They're trying to embarrass me and humiliate me. Because it makes you feel better. Crumbs. Crumbs. A pipe. What else? The shakes. What else? Oh, you didn't think I was say that right? What else? Crumbs, 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 crumbs. Crack pipe, crack pipe, crap pipe, crack pipe. What else? It feels so good. What? And what about it? They didn't take my girls away from me. They took my girls away from me because they wanted to protect people that did something bad to children. And you're the kind of person that would probably deny the other victims that I've spoken to that are well older than my daughters. So what are you going to do now? What the fuck part of sobriety shame me and mom shame me don't you fucking understand? You think I care what a fucking Melissa fucking Zoller fucking thinks about me? Fuck no. It's you. You think that you're gonna bring up everything that, what do you think my audience hasn't heard? Any of this? I've never been charged with anything. There's a process that you go through to take away somebody's rights. Right? But when two officers, one of which is a blood relative, so closely related to the officer that is alleged to do harm to young women and young girls, that says a lot. Yeah. All I know is that you're going to look like a dumbass later, because even though you probably look like one right now, but you will. You're not going to apologize. It doesn't matter. They took him away. Ma'am, you don't even... Yeah, you're already losing him. Who's him? How was I high as fuck? Where's the report where it says that I was high as fuck? Where's the positive report? Because if there was a positive report, I would have been disciplined by the board of nursing. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? The court is mandated reporters. They have to tell the board of nursing if I was ever positive on anything. So how was I high as fuck? What else? The last friend you had was who? Why are you mentioning her? You got in a fight with her too. Why are you mentioning her? Why are you bringing that person into? Man, you're always outing people, right? You don't have nothing else to say that you're there bringing people into the conversation. She's probably gonna see this and be like, why the fuck are you mentioning my name? You thought that what was gonna happen if you mentioned that person's name? She's not stupid. She's gonna know, why the fuck are you mentioning her name when I wasn't even thinking about that? Please, she survived you too. She survived you at a very young age. Huh. Why are you calling me honey? You're a squatcher. You're not polite like that. You're not even a hateful elegant like that. You're not one of those. You're not one of those. You're not even one of those. I don't care to have an apology from you. It's you. That doesn't matter. I don't need anybody to apologize to me. Nobody. That's where I come from. I'm gonna go to her page and I'm gonna change everybody's minds about her. And people are not gonna see through me. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 0 friends. What's wrong with you? You're like a schoolyard bully. Is it your intellect? Your lack thereof? You have 0 friends. I like it like that. I'm autistic. Autistic people are not that social. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I really don't. But if you had a daughter that was autistic and she was my age and she had some stupid ass idiot like you trying to do this to her, oh, you'd be there all brava, right? Right? Karma. Yeah, I'm so bothered. Does it make you feel better to feel? It does. I mean, I know it does. I don't even have to ask you. It makes you feel better to be like, yeah, I bothered her. No, the fuck you didn't. This is one of the most wonderful evolutionary displays of hate that I have been able to show on my platform in all these years. There is no better way to showcase the classic average run-of-the-mill hater from my town. They're all like this. I'm not your baby girl. I'm not your baby girl. You don't sound cool when you say that. You know? Because you're just not one of those. You're just not one of those. You're not a honey one. You're not a baby girl one. You're not. And you know it. Because only your loved one can be autistic, right? She's one of those. Self-diagnosed autistic. Has no idea if I'm diagnosed or not formally. No idea. As if I wouldn't have been smart enough to already get that done. Please, 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 please. Why do you think that you are better than everybody that you deserve to cut in line? That is a perfect comment to send to the district manager. You see? This is what happens. This is what happens when employees that work at franchises in Raymondville get their fucking dumbass relatives involved. They do this bullshit here. Even after you told me it wasn't cutting in line, you were already in line. Why the fuck do I care what you have to say about it? Why do you think your opinion matters? Why do you see the way that they're supposed to be doing things is me trying to be special? What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, that's right. I'm dealing with somebody with low intelligence and low IQ. Yeah. That's where I come from. Just admit that you made a scandalo because you didn't get your way. You're the one that made the scandalo. It was you. You're the one that made the scandalo. The district manager praised me for bringing it to his attention. It was a scandalo that he wanted. But the one that made the scandalo, like the kind of, you're the one that was there being all the papelera. That was you. That was you. That's why you're still booty hurt these days later. Because you didn't get your way and you're not getting your way right now. Y todavía, mira. I'm sending that to him. Because who's telling you this? Who's telling you this? Because employees shouldn't be telling anybody these kind of things. Right? That's unprofessional. But who's revealing all that? You. 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 Oh, I knew it wouldn't be long before. She's one of those too. Compare yourself to Jesus again. She has no idea about the concept of Christ consciousness. I swear. That's where it comes from. She has no clue what the purpose of Christ is. She has no clue what individual Christ consciousness is, or a collective Christ consciousness. That's what I had to deal with. So she sees me, when I demonstrate that, as you're trying to be like Jesus. And who the fuck are you telling anybody that they can't be like Jesus? When the whole point of his story is to be like Jesus. That's what I have to deal with. You made a bagel scene. Bagel. Like the Jewish, you know, pastry. Bagel. No. She's gonna say, I'm doing text to speech. That's what's wrong. That shows your capabilities. You can't even text. You can't. That's why instead of bagel, it's bagel. And your enunciation is shit, because if it was anything good, then it would have picked it up the right way. But you can't even enunciate. My God, bagel. Yeah, pinches mamadas. I knew what it was. You don't have to interpret it. I'm not like you. I knew what your mistake was. I knew it. And then she writes it like, this is what I meant. I knew what you meant. I knew exactly what you meant. And whatever fucking technology you have on your phone would have known exactly what you meant had you had the ability to enunciate. You're making me disgusted the way you chew. Your fucking lack of punctuation and grammar is fucking disgusting. I'm being serious. It's giving me a headache. The fact that this is the same person that's like, on site, ya sabes, Vanessa, ya sabes, this and that. You can't even fucking enunciate, man. You can't even text. You bump your thumbs just as poorly as you bump your gums. Villa Romero says, that cross on your neck and still embraces the hate. It's not a cross, it's an ankh. It's an ankh and has one meaning. It means life. The shape of it signifies the male and the female. But you wouldn't know that because you're one of those people. Right. Look at them, all of them thinking that I care. That I care. That I'm going to be like, oh, my ankh, and oh, the crack video, and oh, kids taken away, and oh, no. No, that's not gonna happen. Looney Tunes, we're watching Looney Tunes. As your technology on your phone cannot even figure out that you're fucking trying to say big ol instead of bagel. But you want to put people down. Oh my gosh. For real. They haven't said anything. That Via Ramiro. You took off your comment. They took off the comment about donk. Right? I don't care. I really don't. I wanted to make this video. I'll probably leave it up for 24 hours. Huh? I'll probably, I don't know. I'll probably wait maybe a couple of days so that I can give you an update, so that I can show the district manager. You see, this is what happens when people are unprofessional and they tell their family members the goings on of work. And these family members are low IQ and low intelligence, and so they form an opinion which is the opposite of yours. district manager. Here's the proof. You see? Because of the way that they handled things, I have people like this saying that I cut in line. But this is also the same person. Let me show you those screenshots of them saying, ya sabes, Vanessa. Ya sabes. Right? Yeah, that's what unprofessionalism causes. Via Ramiro, I don't, I know that you're wrong. You don't even know where this cross originated from. What's wrong with you? This was around way before Christianity. I don't need your energy here. If y'all want to be hate watchers and just be hate watchers, right? Don't reveal yourselves to me. Because like right now I'm gonna block him. Her, whatever it is. Right? Nobody needs your tomfoolery here. Get out of here with your dumb shit. Anyway, right? Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. I love y'all so much. And that, there you go. There you go. I have yet another fucking hater that tried everything they could. Crack video. They took your kids away. You were high as fuck. Even though I've never in my life had a positive drug test ever. Because that was the truth. If a mother is a nurse and gets her children taken away because they have a positive drug test, they're mandated reporters. The court is a mandated reporter. And they have to, or they'd be violating their oaths if they don't report that to the Board of Nursing. But you wouldn't know because you don't have any respect for the nursing profession. Because like last night or the other night, you were trying to put me down and be like, you're just a nurse. I'm telling y'all, that's where I come from. That's where I come from. That's where I come from. And then you're gonna have relatives of hers that feel sorry for her because they know that she looks stupid coming over here like this, and so they're gonna try to like stick up for her or do something like that. Yeah. They're the kind to catch cases, right? And then they'll be sitting in jail, being like, was it really worth trying to beat up Vanessa Tijerina and doing something cowardly? I mean, if I survive, I survive, right? And if I triumph, I triumph, right? But these people don't think that I'm strong, and in every way, they don't. I'm not strong. I'm so weak. I'm so weak. I'm so weak that whenever they took me hostage, they knew that they had to have 5 people. That's how weak I am. They knew that they had to have 5 people. I love y'all so much. Thank you. Anyway, I love you, Kim. I love you. That's one of the best comments. She says, your strength has inspired me to be a stronger person. No, wait till my book comes out. Wait till my book comes out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Becky, don't be writing that because you know how people are in Raymondville. They're going to come after you. You know how they are. Be careful. Be careful. I know a lot of these people, they don't live in Texas or they live far away from the valley. And so it's probably safer for them to show me support. But you know how people fucking are in Raymondville. Right? Thank you, Patricia. Thank you. She says, I find you to be so entertaining and not in a bad way. Your thoughts are so stimulating and on point. Love how you represent and defend yourself. That's all I've done. I just wish that I could have been a lawyer. I would have been able to help people on such a broader perspective, in such a broader way. I would have. I would have been that lawyer that when they say, who's your lawyer? Oh, yeah. And she does her own appeals. Yes. Of course I would have offered that. I want to do that so bad. Yeah. Yes. You do the appeal? Yes, of course. That's why I have to be so fucking good. That's why I have to fucking win at the lower court. Because ain't nobody want to do an appeal. But I'm ready if I have to. That's the kind of lawyer I would have been. And all of these people can laugh and be like, all these people who could never even aspire to do that, could never even dream of doing that, is not a possibility for them at all whatsoever, are the ones that are judging me. Ah, she thinks she can be a lawyer. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you also thought that I wouldn't be able to get this far. Right? You also thought I wouldn't write a book. You also thought I was going to be in jail. You also thought I was going to lose my nursing license. Right? And here I am. Just a thriving and a thriving. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go now. I love y'all. You know, I will sign every copy. And no, I want to. It's only 2 more years. It's only 2 years. They've had me here waiting for fucking ever. Right? If I get arrested for this Dollar Tree thing, I'm gonna have to wait around. Might as well just go to law school during that time. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't care. I don't care if I get arrested. In fact, I almost hope that I get arrested and she gets arrested and the other one gets arrested. Because, like, I want that to happen. I want that to happen. It'll make my case stronger collectively, right? As to me never getting justice. It'll again be another example of the way that they do justice. Like, let's go ahead. They do the same thing to kids in school. Especially where I come from. The real victims, they get punished. Because the school would rather cater to the bullies and the bully parents. I'm not kidding. I don't give a fuck who gets mad. It's the truth. And they do the same thing when you age out of school and you're in the court system. Oh, well, let's just see who gives up first. Let's just go ahead and arrest everybody. That way they'll stop complaining about being an actual victim, because they are. So that we won't have to deal with the problem. And then they hit a fucking roadblock with me because I was like, arrest me. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Because you know I want a jury trial. And I'm going to recuse every single judge. Judge Cordova can never hear my cases. That means another judge is going to have to come in with probably more experience and less corrupt than Judge Cordova. Okay? Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm very resourceful. Very. 2 years is too long, Kelly? I don't think 2 years is too long. With the way that I progress, as fast as I leap progress, I level up really fast. Like, so fast. That 2 years is like nothing. And even when I were to get my law license, like, I would, like, I'm a workhorse. Like, no. Plus, I'd be in my element. Well, my element is really writing. But still, law's more practical. Victoria says, the officers must be bored because you did not do anything that would warrant an arrest. If they are still any of the remnants of what they used to be, I'm sure they're trying to figure a way, right? But I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. That's just another thing that I'm going to add on and tack on to, you know, my complaint to the United States Department of Justice. Or maybe I haven't made it yet. I didn't mean to say check on. I don't know, right? Whatever. I know that I'm going to be okay. I know that I'm going to be okay. Mm-hmm. No. Thank you. Hi, Sonia. So I went to the dollar store. Real quick, I went to the dollar store. And just so you know, everything that I'm telling you, the district manager called me today and told me you were absolutely right. So I was in line. And so I asked the lady, how much is this towel? And she told me, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go get the rest of them. I'll be right back. Can you help the lady that's behind me? So I get the towels, and I'm there. And he saw all of this. And I'm there waiting. And she's still with the transaction of the lady that I allowed to go in front of me. And her rationale was, well, I had to cancel your other transactions, and so now you have to get in line. No, the fuck I don't. You're telling me that right now. But as soon as I get a hold of the district manager, I'm going to know that I don't. And that's what happened. He apologized. He said, no, she could have rung you up. We don't do that to people. I don't know. Whenever I deactivate, I'm just gonna try to live my life again, right? Try to continue to survive this little bit of survive until my name is everywhere that the haters don't want it to be, and my story gets out there, and everything that I said was gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm victorious and triumphant in every way, and everybody that did wrong to me is going to be dealt with by the universe. So until then, I'm going to try to just go on living my life in Willis County. But I'm not going to tolerate any fucking disrespect, especially from establishments that are not privately owned. I don't think so. No. Hi, Cherie. Is your grandson already awaiting summer? I'm glad I saw your comment. All right. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I'm going to let y'all go. And, I mean, why the hell am I, you know? Why? Let me go ahead and do it. Because y'all are amazing. And I'm going to need your help later on. Whenever I am paying to get my, you know, story out there and doing all that. I've not even tried. So thank you for being a friend. Traveled around the world and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad, Cherie. I'm glad. Sonia Magdaleno, before I log off, I don't know if I have to ask you because I don't know. Who are you asking? What does this bitch have to do with this? Like, are you calling me the bitch? Because I don't know. I have autism. I have to ask. Or are you talking about the other bitch that was here earlier? I have to ask. Well, you can find a way to like message me if I get it wrong, but I'm not going to take any chances. I don't need that energy, and you're not clarifying it. So, bye. My cutoff game is like, I'm being serious. If I have to question your motives here, I don't have time for that. I do not have time for that. Look at all the shit that I'm already surviving. Please. Anyways, I love y'all so much. And y'all be well. Y'all be safe. And I'll have an update for y'all, because I'm going to show these little screenshots, you know, and be like, you see, this is what happens. This is what happens. Yeah, we don't have HIPAA in retail. We don't have HIPAA in retail. But when you live in a small fucking town that acts like it's the fucking Wild West, and these fucking relatives of these people think that they're going to fucking deal with you because of some shit that was told to them, that's a problem. That's a problem. It's inappropriate. And it's unprofessional. So anyway, I love y'all. Bye.